Vikram, what?
How do you say went to?
Fue
Past tense.
fue a,
Fue a un joyería.
fue a una joyería.
Fue a una joyería. Say
Joyería.
it again.
Joyería.
Joyería.
Ujú.
Para comprar un regalo para sí, para his,
Para su.
para su esposa,
Ujú.
por nosotros, their,
De aniversario. We would say de aniversario.
para de aniversario.
Ujú. What else?
Y él no quiero comprar nada,
No quiso comprar algo
no quiso comprar algo porque él tiene no dinero.
porque él no tenía o porque él no tiene dinero. It's kind of a present tense. Porque él no tiene dinero. Okay, what else happened?
Entonces, él quería o quiso o quería.
Él quiso
Él quiso comprar un sándwich
un sándwich
para su esposa
para su esposa. Why?
porque él es beta.
Él... Okay, porque él es beta. Okay, no, but we're going to do the exercise.
Porque él es mucho romántico.
Que él es muy romántico. Okay, that should
Y
do.
tengo no dinero.
Yeah, okay, that should do. Okay, come on, Duolingo, give us good score. Let's fill it up here. Okay. Okay. Let's check. Okay. It's kind of slow to process the text, but anyway, we get extra points for that. Okay, we got 110 experience points. Have you logged into this account?
No.
No? Okay, it's the username that I shared with you. So we already did 2 stories. Let's work on some exercises to take advantage of the time today. So let's see, let's pick one of the units in the last castle and let's see how you do. So castle 5. So we've got word chaos, friends, defeat, apologies, university, doctors, big plans, and kitchen.
And what?
Kitchen.
Big plans.
Big plans. Let's do that. Let's see if we can. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a test. Single test, unlimited test. Let's take a single test. So we can skip the whole first unit. Okay. Okay, jump test out level 1, jump to level 2. Okay, we've got 3 lives. Okay, let's do this. If only you didn't forgive your girlfriend, it's just that I don't like her. So let's use the words that are down the screen. What's your guess?
What's ojala? Ojala.
Ojalá. Ojalá is I wish or it only. In this case, I would say
Ojalá.
to be ojalá if only.
Ojalá tú
Tú.
no
No.
perdonaras.
Yes.
Perdonaras.
Who?
Yeah, but your, so tu novia.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that we'll have to use that too in that part. and skip
Bueno.
it here. Ojalá no perdonaras a tu
A
novia.
tu novia.
Mhm. It's just that I don't like her.
Pospuestas.
Pospuestas is to put off, so it wouldn't make any sense.
What's todavía?
Todavía, we're optativa.
Optativa.
That's kind of optional, but it wouldn't make any sense.
Is it sé que?
Es que,
Es que.
es que,
What's estresarles?
to stress somebody, to stress
I don't-
somebody.
I don't know. Me mal something. I don't like her. I don't know how do you say that.
Yeah, okay, so it's kind of tricky because it's an expression in Spanish. So es que me
Me
cae
cae
mal.
mal.
My que mal.
Okay, so es que me cae mal. This is an expression. If we were to translate it directly, it would be like the thing, or it's just that she falls me bad. I mean, I'm going to kind of like this. She falls me back. Bad. But that
What is-
means I don't like her.
She feels me bad or falls me bad? Because
Falls
fall
me-
means to fall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, caer is to fall down or just to fall. But in this expression, it means that they don't like her, that she doesn't like her, or he doesn't like her. So it's an expression that we use. For example, if you were to say, Ander, no me cayó bien el profesor nuevo. That's, I don't like the new teacher. Okay. So it's an expression that we use.
Ander, no me cayó bien el profesor nuevo.
It's, I didn't like the new teacher. I didn't like
Bueno,
the new teacher. So it's an expression, and it's very common to use it here in Medellin at the very least. So, ojalá no perdonarás a tu novia, es que me cae mal. Me cae mal. Okay. Propuestas, young. That's it. Okay. The next one. Let's do, I'm going to ask you this question. ¿Quién es la persona que más mal te cae?
yo no tengo energía para que mal te cae.
No tengo
va.
energía para que me caiga mal alguien. Kind of like you won't waste energy on people you don't like.
Sí.
Okay, that's
Manage the fucks you give.
fair. Okay, so no tengo energía para que me caiga mal alguien. Okay, this one. Hopefully the cleaning of the pool won't be complicated. So based on the words that were given, which would you pick to translate this sentence?
Oyala.
Ojalá. Remember,
Ojalá.
J's sound like an H in English. So
Ojalá.
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 La limpieza.
La limpieza.
What else?
De piscina. O la piscina.
De la piscina.
De la
La.
piscina.
Piscina.
No.
No
Que complicada.
No sea.
sea.
Porque sea.
This is
Won't
one of
be.
the most.
Sería. Sería is sea. Bueno.
Yeah, it's from B. It's this is called subjunctive. It's actually one of the most complicated topics in Spanish. My suggestion to you, and it's what I did when I was learning English, is to memorize the phrases that have a more direct translation from English to Spanish. So you can be more of yourself in the language. That's what is going to allow you to be yourself in the language. This kind of sentences is okay to learn one or two while you get the hang of it, of the structure, but understanding the rules, dude, it's just a pain in the neck. Like we as native speakers, we don't even know. Like I only got to know what the topic was named when I started teaching Spanish. And
Bueno,
this is
entiendo.
okay. So the most important thing is just to memorize the translations.
Sí, ojalá la limpieza de la piscina no sea complicada.
Complicada.
I mean, we could also say this in English, like I hope the pool cleaning isn't that complicated, right? So that's in the way.
I hope cleaning the pool isn't that complicated.
Yeah, yeah. This is how you would say it in Spanish. Okay, a year ago, I asked him to live with me.
Hace un año.
Hace un año.
Hace un año.
I asked him.
Preguntar.
Okay, so when we're asking something from somebody, but not as in a question, then the translation is not going to be preguntar, but pedir. So ask can either be preguntar or pedir.
Okay.
So, hace un año le pedí.
Le pedí
Que viviera.
que viviera
Conmigo.
Conmigo. Good.
conmigo.
Okay, cool. ¿Alguna vez has vivido con una pareja?
Have I ever lived with someone? What's pareja?
Pareja is like, yeah, like a girlfriend.
Una pareja is a girlfriend?
Yeah, yeah, or partner, if you will.
Now, can a girl have a pareja, or like is a pareja a female?
It can be either. I mean, it's got no, I mean, you could ask a woman the same question.
Bueno, sí,
Sí. ¿Y cuánto tiempo?
demasiado.
Demasiado.
Demasiado tiempo.
Demasiado tiempo. Okay. Okay, let's see. The next one, my friend was going to arrive early, but he overslept. And before we actually do this exercise, the translation for oversleep and fall asleep is the same in Spanish. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, let's do this one.
Okay, what happened?
It updated the website where I was typing in the notes. Oversleep and fall asleep. They both got the same translation, which is quedarse dormido.
Quedarse dormido.
Yeah, so let's do this one. My friend was going to arrive early, but he overslept.
Mi amigo.
Mi amigo.
Se llegar.
Se
iba. No, you know
Does that
what?
arrive?
No, mi amigo iba a llegar.
Llegar.
Is iba? What's iba?
Iba was going to.
Damn, I need that one.
Yes, was going to, iba a.
Was going to iba a.
So mi amigo iba a llegar early.
En un momento.
Okay.
Okay. I need to buy a Spanish notebook immediately.
I mean, just the fact of you writing down with your hand is a very good exercise for you to memorize the content. I mean, like I've realized that taking notes, it's rarely useful to go back to. I mean, there is just so much content that it's way more practical to just study kind of in a, how do you call this in English? Like cyclical? I don't know if you understand what I mean, but that you go back and forth in between the new content and the old content so you can understand it better and use it like together, like the old content with the new one. So you integrate everything into your knowledge. So, I mean, that's kind of what I've realized while I was learning English, now with the red pill stuff, and then with marketing that I told you about, that I'm learning about also. So, okay, so mi amigo iba a llegar temprano,
Temprano.
but he overslept. So what is but?
Pero se quedó dormido.
Pero se quedó. Pero
Pero
se
quedó.
Okay, so it's not quedó, but quedó.
Quedó.
Yeah, quedó
Dormido.
Dormido.
Okay, let's do it again. Mi amigo iba, go ahead.
Mi amigo iba a llegar temprano, pero se quedó dormido.
Yeah, perfect. I'm distressed because he rejected me several times. So,
Estoy angustiada.
Estoy
angustiada.
Angustiada.
Yeah.
angustiada.
Porque
¿Por qué?
rechazo.
Me
Me rechazo
Rechazó.
rechazó.
varias
Rechazó.
veces.
Yes, let's do rechazó again.
Varias
Rechazó.
Yes, the other
veces.
thing to keep in mind is that Z is like an S in Colombia. So you don't say rechazó, but rechazó.
Rechazó.
Yeah. In Spain, they probably pronounce it like rechazó, but we don't do that here. Okay.
Bueno.
So this one, I spent all morning cooking.
Me madrugada.
Me pasé
Pasé
Me pasé todo mañana
toda la
cocinando.
mañana.
toda
Todo mañana cocinando.
la
La mañana.
Mañana.
Cocinando.
Yeah.
Cocinando.
Don't hit next yet, please. I spent all morning cooking. Me pasé toda la mañana cocinando. How do you say play music?
Tocando música. Tocando, I would just say tocando.
Tocando.
Yeah.
Bailar. Baile.
Bailando, yeah.
Bailando. Work out. To work out.
Haciendo ejercicio.
Haciendo. Or thinking. Haciendo ejercicio.
Ejercicio. J like an H. Ejercicio.
Ejercicio.
Pensando.
Pensando. What's about? Pensando
As in thinking about. I mean, if you mean thinking about you.
No. Thinking about something, thinking about this thing or that thing.
Well, businesses, let's say. Pensando en negocios.
Pensando. And that happens more often than you know. Negocios. Gracias.
Okay. So let's have a look at these other phrases that we left out. So te emborracharás. What is that?
Drunk, they were drunk.
You will get drunk.
You will get drunk.
Multiply it. Madrugada. What is madrugada?
No say.
Okay, madrugada is like very early in the morning, like 3 a.m.
Madrugada.
Yeah.
Yo fiesta madrugada.
I mean, we could say dawn or sunrise. Yo me voy de fiesta, me voy de fiesta, me voy de fiesta hasta la madrugada. Okay. And the other one is nos quedaríamos dormidas. What is that? How would you
I don't want to
translate it?
sleep. We don't want to sleep.
We would fall asleep or we would oversleep.
Oh, we would. Okay.
Okay. So the next one is paying so much is worth it if it has sentimental value. So
Competiremos.
vale.
Vale.
So when we say that something is worth something, there has to be some
Vale.
vale somewhere. Vale la pena.
La pena.
When we say vale la pena, it has to do with something is worth something.
Vale la pena.
Mhm.
Competiremos.
I would say
Oh, pagar.
pagar
Pagar.
tanto
Tanto.
if it has,
Sí. Sí.
Sí.
Sumare.
si tiene,
Tiene.
Si tiene sumare valor. Sentimental.
si tiene valor.
Valor. Sentimental.
Okay. So competiremos, will compete. This is like some basic people. Like I will. How would you say? Okay, I'm going to show you in Spanish. Voy a sumar uno más uno que es igual a dos. Would you say I'm going to sum 1 plus 1, which is equals to?
I mean, you'd say what? You could say, yeah, I'm going. Well, no, you wouldn't say that. You'd say, I'm going to add.
I'm going to add. Okay, so sumar is add. In numbers, when we're doing math, is add.
I mean, the sum of 1 plus 1 is 2.
Okay. Okay, the sum, that would be la suma de uno más uno es dos. Okay. Let's continue. I wanted to cook lobster, but it was too expensive.
Quería cocinar
Quería cocinar
langosta,
Yep,
langosta,
but it was too expensive.
pero
Mhm.
pero
demasiado cara.
era
Ah,
demasiado cara.
Era,
Okay.
it was. Era is
Yes.
it was.
Yeah. So let's do it again. Quería cocinar langosta, pero era demasiado cara.
Quería cocinar langosta, pero era demasiado cara.
Okay, what is sabemos?
Like we know.
And correr,
To run,
nadar,
to swim,
te gusta,
you like.
you like. Good. He asked me not to be late because he was starving. What's that?
Mm. Me atrasara,
Me pidió.
Me pidió.
no atrasara.
No.
No.
No. This is weird. Okay, he asked me not to be late. Él me pidió que no. Ah, okay, que no. Que no
No
me
me
atrasara.
atrasara.
Porque
Because. Ujú,
Porque
hambriento.
estaba.
estaba
Estaba hambriento.
He was starving.
Hambriento.
Now, I would never say this. I would just say I was, porque se estaba muriendo de hambre. Or I'm starving, me estoy muriendo de hambre.
¿Cómo se dice never mind?
No importa. Or
No me
olvídalo.
importa.
Or olvídalo. Okay, no importa, no importa. Not no me importa, because no me importa then would be I don't care.
No me importa is I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. No.
What about never mind? If someone asks, if you say something and someone asks you a question and then you're like, never mind.
No importa. So you
And what's
would
olvidalo?
the same. I mean, you can use no
How do you say like
importa.
forget about it? Like don't worry about it. Like, you know,
Yeah, I mean, forget about it would be olvídalo as well. Olvídalo. Don't worry about it. No te preocupes. Don't worry about it. Okay, so the thing with this, when you want to sound more native, how would I say this? It's all about the details, like not just the general idea, but these differences, these small differences are what will make you sound more native.
I understand that. So help me understand the context and when I would use either.
Exactly. So, okay, let's continue. This one, it was necessary for her to help me prepare the surprise. So what do you think? What's the translation of this one based on the words down the screen?
Well, era has to be the first one because it's
Yeah.
capitalized.
Era.
Yeah. Necessary.
Era que necesario
Era necesario.
Necesario.
ayudara,
Era necesario
me ayudara,
que
Que
me
me ayudara.
ayudara, prepare, preparar,
a preparar
Preparar.
preparar la sorpresa.
la
La.
sorpresa.
Sorpresa.
Yeah, perfect. Let's do it again. Era necesario que me ayudara a preparar la sorpresa.
Era necesario que me ayudara a preparar la sorpresa.
Preparar la sorpresa.
Preparar la sorpresa.
Yes. So, ¿te gustan las sorpresas?
Sí.
Sí. ¿Cuál ha sido la peor sorpresa que te han dado?
¿Cuál ha sido la peor sorpresa que te han dado? No entiendo.
Okay, peor is the worst. What's the worst surprise you've ever been given?
Worst surprise?
Yeah.
Oof. In retrospect,
You're a father.
yeah, right. Not that bad. But yeah, getting a note from an ex-girlfriend.
Seriously, you got that?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
But not that. It wasn't that. It wasn't anything to do with that kind of stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let's continue here. He said that the musicians would start playing around 8.
Dijo,
Él dijo. Oh, okay, well, it's just dijo.
Dijo.
That the musicians
los músicos,
que
Que
los músicos
los
mhm,
músicos
would start.
empezarían a tocar,
Empezarían. Again.
pasarían
empezarían
a tocar
Mhm.
a tocar
Emborracharle 8. A 8.
Okay,
Ah.
this is something that we would say.
Eso.
De.
Eso de 8.
Las.
Eso de las 8.
Yeah, so about, yeah, this is very, I mean, it's not informal, but it's definitely an expression that we use to say about, like about 8 o'clock. So a eso de las, a eso de, a eso de. That expression, that short phrase, it's something that we would use when we are speaking about times. So around whatever, you would say a eso de las blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this would actually make you sound very, very natural. So again, what is quedarte dormido?
To oversleep.
To oversleep
No,
or to fall asleep, either one.
Also,
Me atrasaba.
I'm late.
Yeah, it has to do with late. Okay, let's continue. A while later, the doorbell rang and it was her ex.
Al something de rato or timbre? No, I don't know. I don't know these words.
Al
Alera,
Al rato,
rato.
al rato,
the
su ex,
doorbell.
doorbell,
Yeah, what is that? You know?
timbre.
El timbre.
El timbre.
El rato, el timbre.
Rang.
What is ring?
Sonó.
Sono.
No.
Al rato, el timbre sono.
And it
Y-
was,
Y su ex.
y
Y era
era.
su ex.
Era.
Y era su ex.
Su
Perfect,
ex.
yes. What is manzanas?
Apples.
What is encantadas?
No sé.
It can be that somebody is glad, that they were glad or enchanted. I think the word enchanted.
Encantadas.
Yeah, depending on the context.
Bueno.
Okay, this one. That night, I was going to ask her to marry me.
Esa noche.
Yeah.
Esa. Noche.
Iba.
Iba.
Que.
Iba a
A.
Iba a. Peor.
pedirle,
Pedirlo casara.
Pedirle. ¿Qué? Se. Casara.
Que se
Conmigo.
casara conmigo.
yeah,
Esa noche iba a pedirle que se casara conmigo. So that night I was going to ask que se casara. Pedirle. What's pedirle? Ask.
to ask her.
Pedirle que se casara conmigo.
You could say that tú is que and marry me is casara conmigo.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I found that that is the easiest way for you to create a new library in your head, so you can use the phrases and put them together, so you can use them in natural conversations. Like, okay, this is the translation of this, this is the translation of this, and then eventually you've got all these library in your head and you can just use it at will. So the next one, it was only 10 and I had already gotten drunk.
Eran solo 10.
Eran. Solo. Las.
Las 10.
10.
Y yo.
Y. Ya.
Y yo. Emborrachado.
Me. Había. Emborrachado.
It's not incorrect to say yo, but since we're using ya, it sounds kind of weird. We'll just
Eran
say,
solo las 10 y ya me había emborrachado.
yes, the reason why is because the conjugation of había and emborrachado kind of tell that it is you who is actually speaking and you're speaking about yourself. So that is why there's no need for saying yo in the sentence. So, era solo las 10 y ya me había emborrachado. The next one, she's hurt now, but she'll fall in love again. So,
Ahora,
mhm.
Ahora.
enamorada,
Ahora
Una.
está.
Está.
está, dolida,
Dolida. Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah.
Dolida.
But you know what? Dolida is like butthurt. Yeah, I mean, it sounds more like butthurt. Like she actually has a grudge on you. like,
Ah.
like she really hates your gut.
sí. Ahora está dolida, pero
Pero.
mm, enamorada, how do you say, but will fall in love again?
Enamorará.
That's
De.
correct.
De
Nuevo.
Enamorará.
Enamorada,
Again, enamorará.
enamorará.
Yes, the whole thing. Go ahead.
Ahora está dolida, pero enamorará de nuevo.
No, as a matter of fact, I would add the reflexive part, pero
Se. Enamorará. De. Nuevo.
This makes it.
Ahora está dolida, pero se enamorará de nuevo.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, it's good. The next one, I was getting more and more nervous.
Me
Mhm.
Me.
más nervioso,
Me
Estaba.
más nervioso. What's poniendo?
Poniendo.
So me estaba poniendo. I was getting.
Más.
Getting.
Matter of fact, cada
Cada. Vez. Más.
nervioso.
Nervioso.
So like I was getting each time more nervous. That's kind of what we would say
Me
in Spanish.
estaba poniendo. I was getting.
Yeah.
I was getting. I was getting food. I was getting attention. I was getting.
It's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky because get has like 5 different translations in Spanish, which I mean, in English, we only use one word, but it is used in several different contexts. So in Spanish, it's not the same word, it's 5 different words. So you would have to learn 5 different translations for the same word as a verb. But in the same token, it also helps when we're memorizing the verbs that have something to do with adjectives. For example, I'm getting rich, or I'm getting poor, I'm getting I don't know.
How do you say I'm getting rich?
Me estoy volviendo. Me estoy volviendo rico. Okay. Me estoy volviendo rico. I'm getting rich. Okay.
Yo
So,
también. Can you show me that again? Volviendo.
volviendo.
Volviendo rico.
Yeah.